driver, northbound from the Vernon Bridge, be a white older model van, plate number 535 Lincoln Edwards.
You proved that this unit was legally yours before the
Caller might be holding his phone out the window, taking a selfie.
That's black. That's the way of it, Mr. Cartwright. Full bail of them. You believe I deal in stolen hides? Well, if yours broke this easily,
What was that?
What about that big kid? What about him? What's to prevent him from going into business for himself? Even if he wasn't broke, I reckon it wouldn't be the first time that some rich man's kid went and stole something just for the pleasure of stealing it. You just tell us something we can believe.
Hello. You heard when I was live streaming, I got a call from my lawyer. I gave my address out, but I was live. So, I got all kinds of scratches on my hands. Look at that. That's where Margaret nailed me. Ate some fried chicken from KFC.
Yeah, one of the big things we hear from homeowners is, I shouldn't need to replace my windows, they're just not that old. But here's the thing, homebuilders put in high-end kitchens, bathrooms, and low-end windows just aren't that good. So even if your windows are only 7 to 10 years old, they may still need to be replaced.
Ted, there's so many window companies out there. What's different about your company?
Well, besides being the full-service replacement window division of Anderson, we're the company people tend to call when they're particular about their home. They don't want just any old window or any old installer.
So your standards for installers are pretty high, right?
Yeah, Brian, you can have the best window or door in the world, but if it's not installed correctly, it's going to fail. So we don't hire these jack-of-all-trades installers that do gutters and siding on the side. Our window installation teams do our windows year in, year out, and have done thousands of them.
Anytime a homeowner has to deal with multiple home improvement companies, they get stuck in the blame game.
Yeah, with other companies...
You heard, I get my $1,000 Monday.
With us, there's no finger pointing or...
Well, I'm sorry you had to hear my address. I didn't want to do, but, you know, I either had to answer that or disconnect from my live stream. That's what happens when you go live. I'm sorry, but I didn't want my address to go out there. Because you got crazy people out there. But in a way, that's not my address. Because I don't live on that road legally. So... I picked up my blood pressure medicine. I picked up my nitro pill. So, here's my Pepsi Zero. So, I knew when I go to my post office box, I'm not going to get any donations. That's okay. Because you rather donate through YouTube. But what in the hell you do when you ain't got 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours. You know, you only been doing it for a month. Can you get 1,000 subscribers in a month? No. So, the only time I'm going to do live stream when I have to go to the doctor, the grocery store, but otherwise, there ain't going to be no extra live streamers. Only when I have to go to the doctor, which I don't have to go no more. I know you all don't have the money. It's easier to donate through YouTube. I understand why you cannot send a cash post office money order. I understand that. So I understand that. But there's no key in my mailbox for the big box. I didn't get no computer. So
Give us some answers. Who and why? I don't know who or why, but I'll find out. I'm a Phyllis Candy. Couldn't get a doctor, he's still unconscious.
Can you explain those stolen hides, Cartwright?
Now you stay out of it.
You can shut me up here. You can't hide the fact that Cartwright been stealing Far East cattle.
What are you talking about?
Your father's a thief.
I'll lay down right there. Hey, what did I tell you about get out? Get out!
It's gone. I had it a minute.
How am I sure you have stages every day?
It was so.
I know it's yours. It's been a long time since we've had a pickpocket in town.
Look, I didn't take that money. Of course you didn't.
When you saw me find it in his pocket, didn't you?
I saw you take it out of his pocket.
Well, I reckon it wouldn't be the first time a man ever started a fight so he could pick somebody's pocket.
You can't let him get away with it this time, Sheriff. You got her in.
I'm going to.
So I'm watching the Ponderosa. Yeah, I figure I could at least get something in my mailbox for a donation. So, but that's okay. I guess I'm going to have to cut my live streams down because, you know, at home it's not too bad. And I kind of was upset, but I expect that, you know, when I went to the post office, that I wouldn't get any donations at my post office box. I figure that. Because I know you all want to donate through YouTube. But until I get 1,000 subscribers, people, it's up to you for me to get 1,000 subscribers. You know, I don't know what I can talk about. You know, I talk about my family, my medical problems. I show you out through the country. You know, I tell you how much I get a month, between $800 and $900 a month. You know, I make a house payment, electric bill, water bill, cell phone bill, payment on my cell phone, payment on the loan I have for a year, my car insurance. You know, $800 to $900 don't go that damn far. You know, but I should have done my homework. Oh. I should have done my homework.
520.
So,
Place their mechanical meters with this first-generation electronic meter citywide. The benefits are the single coin slot for all of the coins, less moving parts, and an electronic log of the valid and invalid coins that are inserted in the meter. Because it's electronic, it does take a 9-volt battery, which we replace about once a year.
Beverly Hills, California currently has over 3,100 meters in operation, and they bring in about $2.5 million a year. Will that be cash or credit?
The city of Beverly Hills was the first city in the United States to deploy a credit card meter on street. It still accepts coin, but you can insert your credit card. You can add more or less time. Press OK, and the meter will process your credit.
so, but I'm sorry, I don't blame you all. This is kind of like my story of my life. You all should do a story about your life in case you got kids, grandkids, where they can look you up in the future. Because everybody has the right to know about health problems. Say John Doe marries Jane Doe and they have kids. The kids wants to know the family history. What kind of medical problems. So that's why I'm doing this like a diary. And I told you outside what my house looks like. That's one thing, think. If you start a YouTube channel, do stuff about your family, your medical problems, in case your kids in the future or grandkids wants to learn about the family medical problems. And, like I started drinking alcohol around 12 years old. And marijuana back here then. Bladder acid. But knock on wood, God says it's time to stop it. I've been sober 25 plus years. So, anybody can stop if they want to. You got to have the willpower. I heard a police officer taking an inmate to the methadone clinic. So, we got methadone clinic in Clark County, Indiana. Did have. But man, got some chicken and potatoes wedges. And Mama Margaret got in there. I went to grab her. She turned around and bit the hell out of my hand, clawed me. That's not like Margaret to do that. Come here, baby. Look what you did. Look at my hand, Margaret. Look at that. Come here. Come on. That was my fried chicken. You had to wait, and I gave you some. But you didn't have to tear the heck out of my hand. But I put peroxide on it. She's pissed at me right now, but she get over it. I went to grab her by the neck like Mama Kiss does. She turned around and bit me, clawed me. And the claws is like damn knives. They cut the hell out of you. Look at that. Can you come up here and give me a bath? Well, you know you're not supposed to get my fried chicken. That's fighting words. But you see, I do spoil my kitty cats. Well, she be lovey-dovey around 5 or 6 o'clock. But I ain't got many flies right now. That is working pretty good, so I can't dispute that. Oh, Alex, what are you doing? You're in a hurry to get up and look and see what you see outside.
It's a patient suicidal after being discharged. If you may be attempting to walk off the property, I'll advise as soon as we can.
I guess when I do, go out there and take my bird feeder down and hang it back up. It's about 50 degrees outside. I got my electric bill for REMC. Got something on my house payment. Something about my medical insurance. I do that after a while. But that about 40 mile round trip, that takes a lot out of me. Because as soon as my son got back home, he took his medicine. He's probably out sleeping like a baby. So I don't know if you can donate through Twitch or not. I don't know.
3625 St. Joseph Road, Review Board, Tri-Township Fire.
update in my neighborhood. Hello, Dustin. How many animals do I have? Outside cats, I got probably 20. Mama and her 4 babies and her grandkids, I probably got 20. And one of her babies from 2022 that she brought over and she crossed the main road, people likes to run over kitty cats, which I'm pissed off about it. In the bedroom, I got 1 tomcat. That's Socks. He's the oldest one, 12 or 13 years old. Hey, this is Wildcat. That's the mother of Blackie. The reason I call her Wildcat, I thought she was a bobcat when she was little, but my neighbor said bobcats got short tails, but her bellies is a marking of a bobcat. Maybe her daddy was a bobcat. No, we got bobcats, foxes. I haven't seen any skunks in my yard since I've been living here over 5 years. I got 4 tomcats out in the living room that hasn't been fixed. I don't have the money. That $1,000 I'm getting Monday from my lawyer, after I pay everybody back, you know, I got $1,000. The lawyer gets 40%. And since I got full coverage on my car, they pay the first $5,000. Since you know I make between $800 to $900, I got Medicaid, Medicare. That has to be paid back. Remember, people, you put old people in a nursing home. They own property. It's best if you all fix it up where it maybe go to all the kids. Then they can't touch that. They can touch your parents' checking account. But, you know, that's something to think about. Medicaid wants their damn money back. So that's something to think about. I say I maybe got 15 inside cats, but I live out in the country. Maybe people who lives in the city doesn't have a mouse problem. You know, mice can find the smallest hole as it is. And I had a good mouse catcher, Patty. And she would catch a mouse. If I got the bedroom door open or she caught it in here, she would jump up on my bed. You know, cats likes to play with them before they kill them and eat them. Well, I was on my side, cover up. I felt these little things crawling up my back. I rolled. I said, Patty, get that SOB off of my bed. I haven't seen any mice in here. These cats, I don't know. But out in the living room, I would say Timothy McGee would be the mouse catcher. He's the youngest one. Got him last year. I was turning into my main road off of the highway. I said, that cat will either get run over or get back out on the main highway. And so I stopped the car, opened my door. He jumped in, jumped up on my lap. That's not right for kitty cats to do that. Even my outside cats don't jump in the car. They jump up on top of the car since, the hood's kind of warm. But if I was to go any place, say now, I would have to pop my hood and look that engine over, see if there's any kitty cats in it. But outside, them cats does catch field mice. And, I'm proud of them. I do have a few groundhogs. I showed you over by the creek where there's a hole there in the bank. So if it rains real bad, when I tell you my west side of the yard and backyard looks like a pond, thanks to the state of Indiana, when they put the expressway in back in the 60s. Because this yard did not have a creek in it. The west side property that belongs to somebody else didn't have a creek. The state of Indiana was responsible for that, which is NDOT. Or DNR, whatever you call them. But when they got interstates, they build ditches or they put pipes. The water has to go somewhere. I got a ditch on the side of my road. Have they cleaned that out? No. Back when I was growing up, your state, your county would clean all the ditches out. They would clean the creeks out. They would do that crap. Now, the state and county don't give a shit. Like out there on Highway 31, when it rains hard, you got to take your time because water goes over the road. Because the state of Indiana does not clean out the ditches or the pipe that goes underneath the road. They don't clean underneath the bridges, So, that's Indiana. It's probably all over the United States. Margaret's cleaning, Alex is, they're giving each other baths on the head. Let's see if I can turn it around. See, there's Alex and Margaret. See, they're giving each other bath. They do that quite a bit. So, there's Socks. There's a Wildcat. There's Alexi. Now, Alexi is Alex's firstborn. But Nancy and Kathy, that's Margaret's second litter she had. Because Alex is her first litter. Sock, that's a no-no. Because every time you go to sleep, you fall out of there, you get too close to that table. You came close hitting your head. If you hit your head just right, it'll kill you. You wag that tail. See, Socks, that's Kathy up there. I love my kitty cat. That's what keeps me going. It keeps me calm. Animals know. Dogs or cats, whatever kind of animals you got in your house, they know when you feel bad. I took one of my blood pressure medicine I just got today. And one day, I have to replace this sensor. Did I get another sensor? You get 2 sensors and they last for 28 days. My insurance says it's too soon. 28 days, 14 days for each sensor. Well, I called Freestyle and told them the problems I had with it. They sent me another sensor. But the person I talked to on the phone didn't tell me I had to save it where I sent it back. I threw it away. So what do I do in a case like that, Abbott Freestyle people? The person on the phone just told me to take it off. He didn't
1998.
tell me to save it.
1998, 321.
So it just quit working. But no matter what you get, sensors or stuff, even for your car, it could be new. You could have a bad one. All the months, I guess I've been on it maybe 6 months. That's the first one I had to go bad. But anything you get is new. It might go bad or might not go bad. The only thing I don't like about Freestyle, I'm complaining about.
And Mary ELCON.
The other sensor that's out on the market. You need to fix it where you can use your monitor and your cell phone. People always carry their cell phone with them. I got enough crap in my pocket. So, Freestyle sensor people, fix it where you can use both of them. You know, I like to use both of them. But no, I either have to use one or the other. I cannot use both of them. That's one mistake I see you, and I don't know about the other sensor. To let you people know, yeah, I'm on switch 2. I go by, well, I can't bring it down. On switch, I go by Tom Cartwright 2682006. If any of you been in the military back in the 60s and 70s, that was my United States Marine Corps service number. I think now maybe they use Social Security numbers.
812-595-3682.
But
812-595-3682. The great coordinate.
But I don't know if you can donate on Switch or not. You know, thank you, sir. My service back during the Vietnam year, but back there then, you can join for 2 years, 4 years, 6 years. I joined for 2. To go to Vietnam, you're looking at 18 months of service. Me, it was 2 years, I couldn't go to Vietnam. But if I joined the Army, that'd have been 4 years. I'd probably been dead now. You wouldn't see me on YouTube. So, I wouldn't think anybody else out there that serve our country, they got our First Amendment rights. One thing I've never said about Martin Luther King, he got rights for the black people, but he also got rights for us. I met that young man back in my younger day. He was a good gentleman, but he got rights for everybody. What the African American people got, he got for us. So, you know, I'm not a racist person. I went to Charleston High School, elementary school, junior high school in Charlestown. I know some other states, black people had their own bathroom. They had their own water fountain. When they go to eat lunch, they had their own table to sit at. Thank God I went to Charlestown, Indiana. We all use the same bathroom. We drank out of the same water fountain. We took gym class together, used the same showers. So, you know that I'm glad I went this way. I'm glad I grew up in Charlestown. There's other parts in Clark County, like the town of Salisbury. If you was black, you had to be out of Salisbury by dark. Same thing up there at Scottsburg. You had to be out of town by dark. That's how it was. In Louisville, Kentucky, white people was killing black people. Now it's black people killing black people. Quit hitting. It's black people killing black people, probably over drugs. But I tell you, I've been sober from drugs and alcohol 25 plus years. People can do it. It's all up here. You got to have a strong mind and will. I got faith in all of you that does drugs or alcohol. You can quit if you want to. Put your faith in God. Go to church if you believe. God will help you through that. That's only my opinion. I want to tell you at least 2 YouTube channels to go to. One is for public safety. Go to his YouTube channel. He does on corruption in Clark County, Scott County, surrounding neighborhoods. He done one in Meade County, Kentucky. You all know who the KKK is. That's Meade County right there. In Indiana, the jail is run by the sheriff. All Indiana jails is run by the sheriff. In Kentucky, your jail official is elected office. They got this asshole they call JJ in Kentucky. They arrested for public safety the other day on a warrant out of Meade County. Because that's how corrupt they are. So go to his YouTube channel and watch that. And you know what I'm talking about. You can donate on his channel. There's another one, which you probably heard of. What the Hell's, HALES. He buys storage sheds at an auction, and I think he sells them on eBay. And during the wintertime, he owns over 50 acres in Otter's Creek. And he got this woman, it's nutty as a fruitcake. Even her own family says that. And they went to court in Otter's Creek in the county. To me, that judge is crooked in my book. The woman went pro se. Like I say, what's that? They put a PO against him. Can't be within 500 feet. Son of a bitch, the woman lives across the road. He can't even get to his own property without passing her house. So no judge has the right to keep you from your damn property. That's in Otter's Creek. And they put sealed records, so there'll be no live videos until, I guess, after the case is over. He hasn't had a time to question this lady. I don't know if that's Fish and Wildlife or DNR, one they have in Florida, came on her property. They wasn't home. It shows it's a turtle sanctuary. And them turtles was in heat. The water was dirty. Stuff like that. And she got a 3-year-old, it's not her daughter, says she got medical problems, this and that. 3 years old. Kids not in their diapers at 3 years old. I didn't even know that. I hate to say that, but some lady from YouTube or whatever this other nuts on sent her $7,000 for an attorney. That lady will never see that $7,000 again. That woman, I'm not going to say her name, she's on Social Security or disability. She has a pretty new Jeep Gladiator, a white one. Hell, I'm on Social Security disability. Well, since I'm over 65, it's regular Social Security. I can't afford a Jeep Gladiator. I can't afford to buy property. She's a scam artist asking for money and donations and stuff like that. You know, she go digs food out of the dumpsters to feed her turtles and stuff like that. She gives it away to people. That food can make you sick. But go to those 2 YouTube channels. You know what I'm talking about. Especially for public safety. I forget what his girlfriend goes by, but she gives updates. I believe he's in Clark County, Indiana jail, waiting for expedition to go to Meade County, Kentucky. His life would be in danger down there. He can fight it, his expedition. Then they have to get a warrant from the governor of Indiana. But he has a good lawyer in Kentucky and Indiana that I believe is going to fight that. Is there a bond for public safety? I don't know. But that means he has to sit in jail for 30 days. If they don't come and get him in 30 days, he will be released. Because you got 15 to 30 days, something what it is. So, you know, that's something to look at. You know, that's 2 videos I want you to look at and subscribe to those channels. But what the hell? He's requested, and I'm requesting, do not contact any of those people in his videos. That's what the hell. Because I don't know if it's in Florida, but that judge says no. Because what the hell is responsible for what you do? So, Jamie Hells, he spent $50,000 of his own money in an Ohio court to put a PO against 2 people. But like I say, you got to watch the videos to understand what I'm talking about. You know, you can't be within 500 feet of him, his house, and so on. In court, I guess that's a catch-22. You have to be in court. So Jamie Hale and George filed a contempt charge in Ohio. At first, state of Florida, the sheriff, I forget what county it is in Otto's Creek. Liberal County, I know it starts with an L, I believe. They wasn't enforcing it. But it goes into a federal register. That's good anywhere, I guess in the United States, it's in the federal register. And at first, the Florida Attorney General said no, but I think he was getting some output from the federal government, said you have to enforce it. So, well, them 2 people get arrested. Like I said, you got watch his YouTube channel, What the Hell, and you'll find out everything that I've said. He usually do a video every day, but since the judge sealed the records, he probably have to wait until court is over. But under the law, you know, if you're on Social Security or this and that, you have to report your income. She's getting income from those people. Even that lady that sent that $7,000 for her attorney fee. The way I understand that, he's going to make him pay his attorney fees in both areas, in Ohio and state of Florida. So since she owns that Jeep, I don't know if she's making payments on it or your people on Facebook or YouTube paying for it. She's a con artist. Her own family said she's a liar. She has mental problems. Even the doctor with the court order says she got mental problems. She's a pacifier, liar. You know, this judge seems to acting as her own attorney when she was pro se. Judge is supposed to be neutral. She talked for 2 or 3 hours. Don't give Jeremy his time in court, so they violating his civil rights. That's in my opinion. So go to those 2 YouTube channels, and you know what I'm talking about. If you can help out for public safety, if you can help him out, if you're a federal officer, Meade County, Kentucky needs to be investigated. FBI, or whoever does that, forget about the state police of Kentucky. They ain't gonna do shit. For what I've seen, they don't care. That's Kentucky for you. And that, like I said, go to them 2 YouTube channels and you see what I'm talking about. Support them, at least support for public safety. He could use all the help you can. If you're a good lawyer in Indiana or Kentucky, he got the best lawyer in Kentucky. So, I don't know if his girlfriend been in touch or not with that lawyer, since that's his girlfriend. But they live together. So, what this jailer did, JJ, he went to court, got his driver's license, social security number, address, and all this, and published it on the internet. Even his phone number, his business. That is illegal in my book. But like I say, I'm not a lawyer. God bless you too, Dustin. That's something, but for public safety, he does stuff on corruption. You see where he done something on the ex-sheriff, Jamie Noe. You can go to YouTube and type in Jamie Noe. You see the local TV stations when they arrested him, served search warrants, and about his girlfriend paying child support out of the fire department or the New Chapel Ambulance Service, which he owns, and the fire chief from both of them. When you pay child support, men and ladies, you're supposed to report that on your income tax. He failed to do that, so there'll probably be another charge on failed to report that income. I'm not a tax person. When the husband and wife filed a joint income tax, she's probably as guilty as he is. Because, when you fill the taxes out and he failed to report that and you sign it, Wouldn't that be tax evasion? Like I say, I don't deal with taxes. I don't. There's a damn fly. So, that's something to think of. That's what for public safety has exposed in Clark County and Meade County, Kentucky. Meade County, Kentucky is crooked. There's other parts of Kentucky that is crooked. They do have some KK people in Kentucky. You see it for public safety. They came down to support the sheriff and JJ. But usually, don't the KKK supports all the white people? But I know the FBI keep an eye on them. They done it when I was growing up. So I think the FBI needs to go to Meade County, Kentucky, and investigate that crap. But you find out what JJ's doing with the jail inmates. It's on their government website. But like I said, go to for public safety. You know what I'm talking about. And what the hell's in Otter Creek, Florida. Go to those two channels. Like, what the hell's, do not contact any of those people that Jeremy and George put on it. He can be responsible for what you all do. If you threaten people that... Okay, let me read something from my local... that's something, a news break for my area. So I know you people, it's on YouTube, and like I said, I don't know if Switch takes donations. I don't know anything about them. I try to go to Switch and look up things, which I don't, maybe I'm not going the right category of it. I don't know. But YouTube, I know your people donate to. But I'm not a full-blooded YouTube person until I get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours before I get anything from YouTube, before you all can donate to my YouTube channel. That's how come I put my name, Tom Cartwright, 4375 at Post Office Box number 1, Charlestown, Indiana, 47111 to donate. That's the only way I can receive any donation until I become a full-blooded YouTube person. You can look it up on YouTube. You can type in, how many subscribers do I need on YouTube before I get paid? And it'll pop up. That shows I'm not lying to you. And like I said, I checked my post office box today. You see where I went to Charlestown, and I talked to some people who's there, I think, on Mondays and Fridays, Jehovah's Witness. I love talking to them. I might not believe in their faith, but I do believe in God. But they're good friends of mine. I got Catholic people, Christian, Baptists, and so on. I got some Amish people. I like what the Amish people do. They don't have automobiles. You got another group of Amish that got automobiles, electricity. And so that's something, I like the old Amish way. No electricity, no cars. They don't believe in banks. Like us, we have to get, when we have babies, get their shots. But the Amish people don't get the shots. Do they have anything like we get if we don't get our baby shots? I say no. Like when that coronavirus 19, that virus was out back there, in the 20s? But I haven't seen any of them getting sick or dying. But they live right, They grow their own food. They can their own food. They pick their own food. They know what to eat. And their face, I told you, didn't I? Didn't I? Didn't I tell you fall out? Every time you go to sleep, Socks, you fall out of the window. You don't fall on your feet every time. You're an old kitty cat. Lay right here. See, this is Socks. He just fell out of the window. Right onto my head, on his body. But he didn't land like cats supposed to with their claws out. Because I have scratches on my head and side of my face, which they healed out. But other cats will not get up there and go to sleep, because they know if they go to sleep, they're going to fly out the window. But they young. They learn to come out with their claws. But in case of Socks, he's an old cat. He's over 12 years old. He's getting old. He looks at me one and said, Daddy, how come I fell out of the window? I try to explain to them. You know, they got good brains. They do understand. The other cats look at him like, Socks, what are you doing? You know you're not supposed to go to sleep in the window. You always fall out of the window. That's how come the other cats don't get up there, because I got on them. A few of them I spanked their butt. But I don't mind Socks getting up there in that window, as long as he don't go to sleep. When he goes to sleep, he falls. That's about the... Margaret's washing him on the head. Good girl. Good girl, Margaret. Good girl. That's you. You're a good mama cat. You taking care of Sock. Because she knows he's the number one tomcat. She tried to get him for a husband, but, you know, he's missing some equipment, but he tries. He tries, but that's okay. He tries, but that keeps her happy, but there'd be no babies, but maybe I shouldn't say this, but, you know, just like us men, we can get the same operation they get. We can't have any babies, but when the men gets the big V to men, you got to get tested, because they can go back together. You know, you got to get tested. I've seen on TV where they're in court, and he showed where he had the operation. Then they have an expert in, and they tell me the process you go through after you have it done. And you got to take these steps. Because you get the V done to you, the steps you have to take. You know, listen to the doctor who done it to you. Follow the steps. You know, you got to go back maybe every couple of months, 6 months in the year. If you don't go back in, I guess, in that year time frame, you can make a boo-boo. So, men, that's something you got to think of. It can happen to women, too, where they can, you know, what they do to women. So I'm not there to see it, but I heard stories, but sometimes it does happen to women. They can get pregnant. So follow your doctor's orders, men and women. But like I say, I do stream live on Twitch and YouTube. People said you could pick more people up on Facebook. I will not down Facebook on my laptop or my cell phone. They violate the First Amendment rights. They violated the Congress rules. They violated a court order because the courts, U.S. Supreme Court has ruled, when you make a law, if it goes that far, you got to make a law for everybody, not for half of the people. You make it for everybody. If you don't make it for everybody, it's unconstitutional, and they have to, say it's unconstitutional. Just like Facebook. Certain people, they're not allowed to go on Facebook. The federal court has ruled that is illegal. That's how come they need 2 Facebook pages, just like YouTube, for kids. But only kids can go. You got men and women that try to get kids. So Facebook needs to have 2 Facebook pages, one for men and adults and one for children. The only way children, the way I see on YouTube, the legal guardian has to oversee it or something. You can check into that. That's how come if I uploaded a video, not for kids. So you have to do that every time when you upload a video to YouTube. Not for children. I can see YouTube point. But I want to thank YouTube having 2 YouTube channels. One for children and one for adults. So God bless you, YouTube, for that. And, there's this one, but I never heard of YouTube putting somebody in jail, for 30 days or whatever. If you go and look for public safety, his girlfriend made an update, and this other guy, I guess his name is Rogue, R-O-G-U-E, or something like that. Right now, he's on probation on YouTube. What for, I don't know, but it was to make me go to his YouTube channel. So here's something else that God wants me to do, and I feel that within my heart. If you all over 50 years old, you remember the old black and white TV show. It's Danny Thomas. He started St. Jude to help the children out. That's one. Another one is Shriners that help kids out, which I know it's probably on your local TV stations. And another one I see advertised every once in a while is Habitat for Humanity, where they build homes for veterans and people on low income. That's one. But here's something that's dear to my heart. It's Wounded Warriors that you can donate to. They help out the veterans, which I think our government in Washington, D.C. should pay for it. They fought for our country. They got wounded for our country. Why ain't your people in Washington, D.C. helping our veterans out, the men and women why ain't the people in Washington, D.C., you people vote for those congressmen and U.S. senators? That's something you need to ask them. But be polite. Don't raise hell, just ask them that questions. But donate to the Wounded Warrior Project. They do help them out, things that they need. Sometimes they build them a house, just like Humanity for Habitat. If they're handicapped, legs or in the wheelchair, they build houses under the ADA rules. So that is something, that's good for our veterans and people who's looking for a house. Which, if you're low income, you have to volunteer on your house. I think that's part of Humanity for Habitat. Also, people, you think you're police officers, you EMT, your fire department. Here's one group of people, it's just not get a thank you for the service, is your truck drivers. Look at the clothes we have. Look at our TV. Look at our computers, cell phones, etc. thank a truck driver for their service. They do a lot for us, we the people. Look at automobiles that you all driving. Thank a truck driver for delivering that. You know, our groceries, our underwear, our t-shirts, our TV, and our wood to build the houses. Thank them people for it. They don't get enough thank you for their service, you know. They appreciate it. I used to be a truck driver. I owned my own truck. I had a 67 white long nose, no sleeper, no air conditioner, no air seats. And I used to work for Perkins Furniture Company. You know, furniture and office equipment. I think the office equipment was in Warsaw, Indiana. I put a whole lot of miles underneath my butt. 1,000,000 miles, probably. And back then, all you needed a chauffeur's license. I would have been grandfathered in on the CDLs. But it was getting to me. You know, I told you I got, you know, I had some medical problems, but not like I do now. But my nerves couldn't take it. You know how it is when you drive downtown New York or in Bakersfield or Los Angeles. My nerves wouldn't take it. You know, I got some bad nerves. Could that have something to do with Camper June drinking that dirty water? I don't know. But when they advertise Camper June, they don't tell you everything. Could that be part of my medical problems? I try to look it up on the internet. It don't go into detail everything that water at Camp Lejeune cause problems to you. So, you know, that's something to think that I should think about. So I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a nurse. I'm not a police officer. I don't have any degrees in any field that I've talked about. And I talk about my medical problems. I talk about my diabetes. If I can help one person out there, I think I've done my good deed. There's a person that was in the chat sometime this week that had diabetes. We talked to each other. We helped each other out. You know, if I can help anybody out on diabetes, I tell people, you might go to a regular doctor. That doctor might not specialize in diabetes, don't keep up to date. But you need to ask that doctor if you're a diabetic. See if there's a specialist in your neighborhood that specializes in diabetes only. When I went to Dr. Craig in Scottsburg, she left and went to Louisville because it paid her more money. She referred me to this sugar doctor, Kamal Kamish. That's what she specializes in, diabetes. She keeps up on all the diabetes. I've talked to some of the people it's in there. I said, how you like the doctor? Do you feel better by coming to her. And like some of the stories I share on here about diabetes, that A1C has really dropped. She got you on the medicine that you're supposed to be on. So, you know, it tells you stuff. You know.
2235, my board says you're trying to transfer.
So if I help one person out with high blood pressure or diabetes or anything, I tell you, if you have migraine headaches for a while, have your doctor check you for high blood pressure. Like my case, my migraines are due to high blood pressure since I was 20 years old. So that's something to think about.
Go ahead, what's second?
High blood pressure can cause you to have a heart attack / stroke. To me, a heart attack and stroke is the same thing. So that's something you need to look at. This is what has happened to me. This is like a diary of my story. I know ladies keep diaries, small women keep diaries about their story. I got children. They got children, you know. Some I see, some I don't. They need to know the family history of me and their mother. They need to do that. So that's why I do it. Some people don't like that. It looks like, I know it's getting foggy in here, the humidifier putting a little bit about too much mist, but them flies is trying to, you know, look at these flies on my hand. But since I've been running that Vicks humidifier, which I got that lavender in it to help on the flies. And that person mentioned there's this candle I can get that help flies, you know, control flies. I know it's CI something. But I looked at it the other day, but, you know, that's something I have to look for. Even, I guess the dollar store got candled, but maybe I need to go to a candle shop and look for it. So, or maybe I can research it on the internet. So, you know, that's something I need to do. Like you see those fly strips. I won't get no more until next Friday when I get paid. I know I got $1,000 coming Monday, but I have to pay leaf filters some money. I owe them $2,000, but I have to, you know, leave it in the bank for so many days for it to clear for that check to clear the bank. You know how the bank does things, so you know I'm not lying there. So that means I'm going to take some of that money and buy some more fly traps, or I just wait until next Friday. I can go to Walmart and get some of those fly things and look for those candles at Walmart. Like I say, I'll probably forget that. Like I say, I'm 70 plus years old. I know your people donate through YouTube. I explained to you, I'm not a full-blooded YouTube member until I get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. You know, that's what I need before I get anything from YouTube. So, I know you save money by donating to YouTube. By donating to my post office box, it's going to cost you a stamp and an envelope and a few dollars extra for a post office money order. So I'm hoping somehow I can open up a savings account. That way I can put money into a savings account. If I get a cashier check or a regular money order, then I can put it in my savings account until it clears the bank. By the post office money order, you know, anybody that cash them, if you make a payment on an electric bill, you know, they're going to hold it for about 2 to 3 business days where they clear their bank account. But when you send a post office money order, they cash it right there and then. If you pay electric bill, gas bill, or anything, it'll go into their account just blink of the eye. But a regular money order, it takes 1 to 5 days in that time frame, because it has to clear their bank account. So if you people didn't know it, pay your bills with the post office money order. You know, any bills like electric bill, gas bill, you know, it'll clear a whole lot quicker. But when you pay by check, listen, people, that's how some of your ID gets stolen. When you pay that by check, it has your routing number, it has your checking account number. How many people between then and time it gets back to you sees it? Where you pay your electric bill, how many people sees that? How many people in the bank sees it? You know, that's something to think about. If I say one person by identity theft, you know, look at that. I wish I could afford this other one. They call it LifeLock. You know, I've talked to people that has it. That's real good. So, you know, they're not a sponsor of mine. So, you go to LifeLock and do your research on it. I think they got different plans. So, you know, that's up to you. Research LifeLock and see if it's for you. Is that in your budget? You know, that'll help you on ID theft. So, you know, look at stuff like that. So, but like I said, I went to the post office, people. I knew there wouldn't be any donation from you all. I kind of knew it because God said, you know, don't expect anything, but you might. Because God will let me know. But I know you'd rather donate through YouTube. I tell you why I'm not getting anything to YouTube. I don't have to explain it to you. That's how come I got my post office box number. I say, Tom Cartwright, 4375 at post office box number 1, Charlestown, Indiana, 47111. if I see that on the return address, I know it came from one of your people on Twitch or YouTube. And if you want me to mail your receipt back on, say, if you sent $20 and you said use it for gas, I will send you a receipt back for your taxes. I think I'm required by law. I'm not sure, but I would do that if you ask me. If you send a post office money order, you have the receipt that when you fill out your top portion of it, and next to it, you have a receipt. But if you want me to do that, I would do it for you where you can have it for your tax purposes. And I've done a video on a laptop that I need. That's what people recommend, but I cannot afford $1,800. But that's for me to live stream on a computer. I talked to a guy at the post office. He said, yeah, you need a gaming computer. It's a young Jehovah's Witness. Even he said to stream something like prison when I explained to him but about the HDR, he said you need to get what they call a gaming computer. It's a guy probably in his 20s maybe. And he's a Jehovah's Witness. You know, I got my faith in church people. So if you want to send me a cashier check, say for $2,000, I would need your a letter stating your address and name where I could send you a receipt back for that. But you put a note and say, Tom, this is for your computer that you're specified. Unless you want to go through Amazon and do it that way. You know, it's up to you good God Christian people to do if you want to do that way. I tell you, I'm not a person into gaming. I just want to use that where I can live stream on my laptop. Right now I'm using my iPhone SE. I guess Series 3, I guess it is. So that tells you how I'm live streaming. I cannot live stream on my HP laptop. But you see in that video the name of the computer and everything else about, you know, it explains everything. Up here, I'm not computer smart. But sometimes you have to trust people. If you send it through Amazon, you know it when it's delivered to the post office. And you have the receipt when it arrived. But I tell you, I only go to the post office on Friday. If it's snowing here, I ain't going out. And I would hate, you know, I have to wait until after 12 o'clock. And I have to listen to, you see, there's my scanner. That's $1,000 scanner time you add everything to it. That's what this scanner I got over there is what they call SDS 200. They do make a handheld. They call that a SDS 100. And you have to put in it, state of Indiana, the county of Clark. The other thing you have to put in it is what they call the DMR. That makes I guess 2 or 3, and the other one is, don't quote me, NXDR or something. You have to look it up because there's some police departments that use the DMR and the N whatever. They use all of them. By having the state of Indiana Project Safety, that means it's P25. I could pick up Scottsburg, Clark County, Floyd County, sometime Madison PD, because they're on that P25. So if something like that, 'cause I would love to take that and put in my car, but California, you can have it legally. Indiana, you have to follow by law, which you can type in Indiana statute on police scanners, and it'll tell you everything that I tell you that I have to follow. So, as a news reporter, yes, they are qualified. But do I have a press pass? No. But YouTube is classified as news media. So that might be the catch-22. But if they take it away, do I have the money for a lawyer? No, I don't. So that's something I'm thinking about. I want to do it when I got the gas money, really bring you some live streaming. But is that worth $1,000 to me to lose it? It's not. You might have a bad police officer that got up on the wrong side of the bed. You got them everywhere. They either mad at their maid, husband, wife, boyfriend, girl. Why should I take a chance on it? I don't want to take chances. That's how come I'm asking you to donate to my YouTube channel through my post office box. But God will tell you it's okay somehow or another. God will put it up here, so you please donate to him until he gets his 1,000 subscribers. And 4,000 watch hours. Until I get those 2 things from YouTube, I do not make any money from YouTube. You can share this YouTube video, on your Facebook page or Twitter account or Instagram or however you can do that. I don't know how to do the link, so, I'm not that smart. You remember, I'm 70 plus years old, 4 heart attacks. My house don't look that good, but I do a little bit of time. It might take me a week to do it. If it wasn't for my Troy-built riding lawnmower that was donated to me, I had spent some money for a starter and a solenoid. And there's a valve that goes from my gas tank to my carburetor. Anytime I get off of it, I have to shut it off. If I don't, that gasoline will run into my oil. So I got to shut that off every time I get off of it. When it starts getting warm, I'm going to have to bring my battery in and put it on slow charge. the way to charge it completely. So, you know, that's something. God, I'm going to throw my own sponsor out. I don't get paid from them. But people said, why are you throwing it out? I explained, because I got diabetes. People with diabetes cannot have sugared drink. I said, might try Pepsi Zero Sugar. If you don't like Pepsi, that's okay. Check the brand at your local store. See if they got sugar-free drinks, whatever that is. So that might be something people like that. So as long as I, can help somebody out with diabetes. This is my story. Everybody's body's different. I tell you, ask your family doctor. If there's a doctor that just specializes in diabetes only, you should see how your A1C really improve. You're going to have to blood work. And they check your blood work. Your family doctor might give you the wrong medicine. Your family doctor might not specialize in diabetes. That keeps up to date on diabetes. That's how come you need a specialist that deals in diabetes. You wouldn't go to a family doctor if you got heart problems. You go to a heart specialist. That's the same thing with a diabetic. You need to go to a doctor who specializes in diabetes. So that's two things that's important for me. If I have one person with, heart problems or a diabetic, that means I've done my deed for the day or the week or whatever. So, if you're diabetic, there are things you're not supposed to have. That's how come I drink Pepsi Zero Sugar. I'm a diabetic. I drink at least 1 or 2 glasses of water a day. That's one thing my doctor fussed about Monday. I don't drink enough water. But I know water keeps your kidneys flush and all that. So, I do blood work for my family doctor. I do blood work for my diabetic doctor. The medicine your medicine might help you out in a way, but it also can hurt you. Any medicine you all take, I'm talking to your people that's on here on YouTube. I know when you go to the drugstore and get medicine, they give you a paper telling you stuff, but I go into your search engine and type in your medicine you take. It gives you more detail on your medicine. I found out some of the medicine I take, and when you get a drugstore, don't say the same thing. So, like Ozempic, I take the shot once a week for my diabetes, but it's also for you losing weight. So you need to go, if you take Ozempic, you know what I'm getting ready to say. Look, when you do research on Ozempic, see if that gives you a bad taste in your mouth. Anything I used to eat, nothing tastes right. I love eating a fast food restaurant, but the food does not taste right. It don't taste the same. I love pizza, but it don't taste like it used to. I tell you, I used to eat 2 loaves of bread a week, peanut butter and honey, or peanut butter, bologna, or bologna and mayonnaise, bologna and horseradish, stuff like that, and put pickles on it, Nothing tastes right. So this is only my opinion on Ozempic. No two bodies are alike, so it does help you lose weight. But I'm telling you, this is what I have went through on Ozempic. You might be the same. If you're on YouTube or Switch, if you take Ozempic, let me know how that affects you, because we can help each other out. But you start out on Ozempic, a small dose. Then when you go back to the doctor in 3 months or whatever, how it's set up, then the doctor increase it to the next dose. Then you do that and you have blood work and everything done. Then after you go back, the doctor put you on the next dose, which is 1. I don't know if it's 1 cc or whatever. So that's something to look at. But it does help you. Look how much crap I lost in here. Look at my chin, I raise my arm. See, look at that. That's how much I've lost. That shows you. But, if you want to lose weight, ask if your doctor hasn't recommended, but if you got good insurance, because if you don't have insurance, you can't afford it. Unless you because it's going to cost you about $1,000 a month if you ain't got insurance. But your co-payment or no co-payment, you know what I'm talking about, what it'll cost you. If your doctor is smart and recommend Ozempic, get a 3 months supply. So, some months got 5 weeks in it. You're going to have a little bit left. But Ozempic is good for 28 days. I'm supposed to get 3 months supplies. I only got a month because the drugstore didn't have it. They supposed to refill it. But my insurance says it's too soon. But the insurance company said I get a 3 month supply. Why ain't I getting my 3 month supply? It's not too soon. To me, I done paid for it. So I should have had and get it. But I don't understand why the insurance want to play with your life. That's medicine I need. Why is FedEx fucking my life up? That freestyle, you call them, they say you get it overnight. That was on the Friday. I was supposed to got it Saturday. But when did I get it? That Monday. So people do not ship anything through that jackass fucking FedEx. Because you pay for overnight and you don't get it overnight. I've dealt with FedEx ordering stuff. I asked them, do you use UPS or FedEx? Say we ship it overnight. And I tell them, I said, you're a damn liar, because FedEx never does ship anything overnight. I've never received anything from FedEx. So you people pay to ship it overnight, it's 2 to 7 days before you get it. So they're taking your money. You ought to do a refund. And I know you got a tracking number. You can see if I'm telling the truth. But in my case, this is medical supplies. When you're supposed to get it the next day, you're supposed to get it the next day. There is no snow on the ground. There's no way that they failed to deliver it the next day they like to. But I forgot what I'd done with the box. It had the 15th on it. That's when I got it, but it wasn't the next day. But it stated on the box, next day delivery. It showed they picked it up that Friday, so next day delivery is the Saturday. So why didn't I get it Saturday? You know, this driver delivery, he's a smart ass. Says on the box the 15th. I said, look, it says next day delivery. I said, that was deliver it on Saturday like it stated. I don't care what the date said, but you had it since Friday. It was in transit on Friday. Next day delivery is Saturday. I cussed him out. Because he's a smart ass. I think he's kind of chubby. Maybe had a bad leg. I don't know. That's what I saw. But FedEx, that driver was a bad attitude asshole. If you can't ship it overnight like you said, quit charging people. That's how come if I order anything, I find out if it's FedEx or UPS. I said, if you got UPS shipping by it, I will not pay for shipping it FedEx. Ship it overnight, they don't ship it overnight. See, they lie to these business people that use FedEx and ship it overnight. That could cause me to lose my life. How could I check my diabetes if I didn't get it the next day? I could have died. Could somebody in my family sue FedEx? Hell yeah, they could sue for wrongful death because I did not get my medical supplies. So FedEx, you're an asshole company. You charging people for overnight delivery and they don't get it. So quit charging people for overnight and you don't get it. Just like I can have my check tomorrow, but UPS does not deliver on Saturday. That's what it shows on UPS webpage. But it might be because I know UPS does deliver on Saturday. I have seen them in my neighborhood. They do delivery on Saturdays. So why did that say on their webpage they don't deliver on Saturday? I know damn well they do. So what will I do if I get the check Monday? Because the time I wake up, the bank closes at 12 o'clock on Saturday. So I have to, probably have to wait until Monday if that's what it says on their webpage. But UPS does deliver on Saturday. Sometimes it's through the post office. Time the post office gets here, that'd be after the bank closes. So that won't do no good. I have to sit here until Monday. I'll be warned about it because I have to pay leaf filters some money. It's not hoping what they would get, but I was hoping to get maybe 5 or 10,000 after everybody gets their money. After lawyer, Medicaid, Medicare, and my automobile insurance I get $1,000. You know, that sucks in my book. I got a text from the lawyer, you know, like a survey. I don't know if I answer them son of bitches or not, because I got fucked. I was told that I get at least $100,000. Huh! You know, that's after the 40%. And me paying everybody back. What did I get? $1,000 fucking dollars. You know, to me, it sucked. That lawyer didn't do a good job. Is John Jones, you know, are they licensed in the state of Indiana? I said, I'm in pain and I'm suffering. He said something about no pain and suffering. Bullshit. Everybody gets that crap. When they're in a car wreck, it's not their fault. Would I use them again? Hell no. I learned next time to get everything in writing. And the paperwork they got from the office, they must change something. It didn't say nothing about future medical bills. Can I take my copy and show them? Why should I have to do it? They got the same paperwork that I got, they got some. Why it says future medical bill? I'm still going to the doctor about my shoulder. So why wouldn't that be in my medical record? I'm taking medicine for my shoulder. Why ain't that in my medical records? So somehow somebody screwed up. I had the doctor's office, I made sure they printed out where I had a copy of it. So I knew the way my life is, I'm going to get screwed. That's why the American Family Insurance adjuster did. Screw my fucking ass up. But when you get in a car wreck, find lawyers that other people use. Don't ask what they show on TV. If you know people who got a lawyer that sued somebody from a car wreck, that's what you need. But after a while, I checked, you could say family members. I'm not going to mention his name, but he had the same asshole lawyer that I did. He got as fucked as I did. So to me, Isaac and Isaac / the Hammer is not good for you. So, make sure you got get everything in writing. If they said you get $10,000, make sure you get it in writing. That's where I screwed up. So you figure, if I got 100,000, 40% of it, you figure how much that'd be. And your Medicaid, Medicare, all that, they get paid for that. And your automobile insurance, I should have got over $60,000, but it's not. I know that American fucking Family Insurance, I got fucked. He knows damn well that I'm going to have future medical bills. They seen the medicine I'm taking for my shoulder. I still got fucked by American Family Insurance. I got screwed by my attorneys. So I got screwed. I should have asked that lady while I was live streaming, but to me that was too personal to put live on YouTube. And you heard the address. But legally, that's not my address. My house ain't on that address. There's no such house at that address. You know, my mailbox is, but I'm not. My house got a different address, but that's where the mail goes. So, you know, that wouldn't do you good to come out here and find me. You ain't going to find me because my road ain't on Google. That is sending you to the wrong address, so. But that's how come I turned my phone off or put my phone in my lap where you won't see. But people, I tell you something about cell phones. They got GPS. If they want to find you bad enough, I don't know how they find it on YouTube. It'll have your GPS address. So it's within, I think, 200 to 400 feet of your address. Still, you ain't going to find my address because I don't live at the address that you heard on YouTube. That's where my mailbox is. Do I have a mailbox on my other road? No. You use the main road. You don't use the road you live on. Is that legal? Hell, I don't know. I don't work for the post office. I don't work for the government. So, you know, if it tells you anything, so to make a donation to Tom Cartwright, 4375 at Post Office Box 1, Charlestown, Indiana, 47111. The reason I do that, I know some of your people pissed off, I'm not a full-blooded YouTuber. I know you love to donate through YouTube. I'm so sorry. But you need to help me get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours before I get paid. Share it. Share it with your friends. If you got Facebook, share it today. If you can share it on Instagram, do it. Twitch, share it there. Twitter, share it there. I tried, when I uploaded it, and this and that, after it gets uploaded, I do share it to Twitter. But I do not have Facebook on my phone or my laptop. I know you say, well, the laptop you need does cost $1,800. I know you can't afford that. That's okay. God will tell the right people to do it. He'll tell them everything about me. You know, I don't know if you can start a GoFundMe. I don't know if you can do that on YouTube or not, but that's up to you all. If you want to start it, you know, you can do it on your end. But I'm trying to be honest with you. So hit the bell. I hit it again, and it says all notifications. So that's one I like to tell people. Click it the second time, go up there, and check all notifications. Some people just tell you to go up there and hit the notification, you know. So I'm trying to help you all out. and you know I'm a newbie on YouTube. I'm 70 plus years old. I make between $800 and $900 a month on Social Security. It's hell for me to do that. You know, you got to have a budget. You know about what your electric bill is going to be a month, even in the wintertime. You know how much your gas bill is going to be. You know how much your water and sewage bill if you live in the city. Your rent or your house payment, your car payment. You got to have that in your budget. You know how much you spend in gasoline. You know, you put that in your budget. That'd be your budget for the month. Or you can do it for the whole year. But, you know, people, make your budget up. It's hell for me to live on what I make a month. I make a house payment. I pay my electric bill, which I got today. And I got something else. But people, if you have a problem paying your electric bill or gas bill for your house, I guess you know where to go where you're at, you know, to help you pay something. You can go to your town trustee if you live in Indiana. I don't know how Kentucky or other states. We used to have in the part of the state of Indiana I live, you used to have community action. And I guess they closed down and formed another group, which they have an office in New Albany. They have an office in Madison. They call it OVO. Let me go in the kitchen to show you what I'm talking about. They help you to pay on your electric or gas bill or something like that. During the virus, they help pay on your water bill. Since I filled out the application last summer, they're going to pay on my water bill for 2024. That saves me $14 to $18 a month. And I can put put on something else. So if it tells you anything, they didn't leave no voicemail. I knew they would, because that tells me it was spam. People, I know that makes you mad when people call you and they don't leave you a voicemail. To me, that sucks. So, Timothy McGee, you knew you wasn't supposed to be up there. That's why, bad boy. That is a no-no. See, I'm going to turn it around and see it. See, let me back up. Effective focus. You know, it's not really focused that much. There's my RMC there, Clark County, Indiana. See, I call it OVO, and that's the phone number. The one's, I guess, Madison. I think at 265 Madison. So, you know, that's something to look at. Let's see what's going on outside. That's Panther. Yeah, I know he's a... See, there's Panther. And you see that tar, that's where my septic tank is. Over there, that's the west side towards 65. There is where I dump them horse pellets after they turn to sawdust to help fill that in. You know, since it's a little dry, I would spread it out. There's my chicken coop. You know, I use that thin wire. I like to have some more chickens. Oh, there's Fluffy. See, I got a hole dug there. I got it covered up because I thought Socks was going to die. That's how bad a shape he was in. 'Cause it's hell to dig a hole in my condition. That's how come I was thinking about a Kubota tractor with a detachable front quick connect bucket. So I got outside. See, there's a cat going over there. He probably go over and catch him a field mouse. You know, they're good mouse catcher. But Panther's a good kitty cat. Let me tap on the window, see if I get her to... Yeah, I said, hi, Panther. Hi, baby. So I'm going to turn it around. I told you that we have what they call a PetSmart. I've got one in Clarksville and Jeffersonville. You know I got kitty cats. And you know I got a Tractor Supply. I told you the cat food that I get. They call that multiple cats. It's a 44-pound bag of cat food. Do you all have a Tractor Supply store in your area? And Indiana on sales tax is 7% on $1. What time is it? 4:34. So I guess they want me to take some cat food out there. So, or maybe that cat went over on the west side of the thing to use the bathroom. These cats usually won't use the bathroom in the yard. They usually go over there or what, but as far as putting water out for them, that cop picking tiger cat, because he's different from the other striped kitty cats. He don't have no white feet. Let's see if I can turn him around. See, that's Tiger. He's different from the rest of them. I think he washed my wheels down. See, there's another tiger cat. That looks like it could be Mama Blackie, or that could be that black tomcat. Let's see if I can figure out how to do it. Well, I can't bring it in, so I haven't figured out how to bring it out there, so. So I won't know until I go outside and give them some food. But they're good. They're good mouse catchers. So I want to thank you. I'm sorry to ask for donations the way I do, but I know most of you donate through YouTube. You know the story. I don't have to tell you again. That looked like that might be Tomcat Blackie. So, okay, I go out and feed them. Thank you for watching. See, there's midnight. That's midnight. His daddy was the same color, had 6 toes. That was my tomcat, but you know what tomcats do, they go over with the female cats. So, Scott County, Indiana, which is Scottsburg people, they're dog pound or dog catcher. They kill all the animals they get. I like to see that Petro or whoever stop them people from killing all the animals. So, God bless you. God loves you. And all that. Thank you for any donation if you have sent. But I didn't have nothing in the box today. So God bless you. God will reward you for your deeds.